Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got another bit of hover effect for you today. This great little grid here highlights whatever you're rolling over with your mouse, and of course you can link these wherever you want. And that's a nice little feature to have on your site. To achieve this today, we're using a bit of code from CodePen, and that's been supplied by Shaw. Just a bit of HTML and CSS. Really easy to do, don't let the coding put you off. It's pretty much copy and pasting, and I'll show you how to get everything set up as we go along. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is enable my Visual Builder. And I'm going to go down and add a new section. A regular section. I'm going to put a single column in there. And I'm going to pop a code module in there, which we'll be using for this today. Divi comes as standard with all these light grey modules. Plenty enough to build any site. I just need the code module today. And there it is. I'm not going to put anything in there just yet, so I'm going to just save that. And it's just sitting there empty at the moment. And we can delete this section we've got above. Okay, well, let's go over to our CodePen, and the first thing we want to do is grab this HTML. So I'm going to click in the box, Control A will select everything, Control C will copy it. Let's go back, open up our little code module right here and paste the code in there. And there we go. It doesn't look too exciting because all it is basically is a bunch of words with links in them. So what we need to do now to make it look something like they've got on the CodePen site is add the CSS styling. Now to do that we need to drop down a couple and open and close some style tags. To open a style tag, it's a left pointy bracket, the word style, and a right pointy bracket. As soon as you put the right one in, it'll put a closing style bracket in there, and the only difference is it's got a forward slash in there, as I'm sure you can see. But all opening tags should have a closing tag. And in between there, we can put any CSS code. Now we've got to be a little bit picky about this CSS code because they've got, most of it here is fairly simple. But they've got it split up, so we don't want any body code or HTML because we've already got our own for that. But we probably do want a background color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything from here upwards, Control C, again, back, and I'll paste that in the style. Now it's not going to be quite right when I do that. As you see, not a lot's actually happened there, which is fine. Let's go back to our CSS and go back down. And now I stopped just before the presentation styles here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this last bit, sibling fade, with the class names and everything there, all the way down to the bottom. Don't need that last bit, that's just an empty bit of note there. It's where you put your text notes in between the stars there. So we'll copy that last little bit. I've just gone down from the sibling fade right there and not taken the HTML or the body. And we'll add that to our little CSS right here, which is fine. As you can see, that's spread that out a little bit better. Now we need that body text, but we don't want to put it in the body because we don't want it to affect our whole site. So what I'm going to do is grab all of that and what it has in. I don't want the curly brackets either end. I'm going to copy that, Control C, or however you like to do it. And this, I'm actually going to go over to the Advanced tab, down to Custom CSS, and I'm going to paste it in the main element here because that's our body for this particular thing. And as you can see, that's kind of popped up pretty much how we want it here. Now I kind of want mine to fill out the whole of the available area, which is from here to about here. And the reason it's not doing that is because it's got this max width right there. So we can just get rid of that, unless of course you want it that size. So I'm going to delete that particular line of code, and it should stretch to 100% of the available width, which is right there. Fantastic, great. Okay, well, let's make this our own. Of course, you know, you're going to want to put your own writing and your own links in here. So to do that, let's go back to our content, back to the text. These are kind of responsive. However long the word is, it's going to fit to this grid, which is great. So all the white writing here are all the blocks you've got. So let's say web design there, or whatever it is you want to put. Fantastic, there it is. Now if you want it to link, they've kindly put an anchor tag, wrapped all these in anchor tags. So if you want to put a link in right where the hashtag is, right there, just put the link to whatever site it is you want to go to. Let's take this link from CodePen, just selected that. And we want to paste it just over our hashtag there. Make sure you don't lop off the inverted commas there. There it is. And because we're linking to a site off of our own site, it might be a good idea to actually open that in a new tab when we click on this. So to do that, just go to the right side of that last inverted comma there, put a little gap in, and we'll write the word target equals, open and close some more inverted commas, and we need to say underscore blank. And now that link will open in a new window. Great. So obviously you can continue down and fill this out however you want to. I'm just going to do that first one. No point you watching me go through all this. So now we want to make it our own with colors and things like that. So let's just save this. Let's go into our section and make our section a little bit more interesting by giving it a background. So I'm going down to background and content in the section. I'm going to give it a gradient. I'll leave that blue at the top. I'm just going to pop black in the bottom. Great. Now we can go back into our little module right here. And that background color, if you don't like it, that was that bit of CSS we copied over here, background. You can click on the little red radio button and put in any color you want there. Or if you don't want any color in there at all, I quite like it without any color, just write transparent instead of the hex code there. So, and you can see through it. I think that's quite nice. And now you just need to sort of make the writing whatever color that you want the writing to be. So let's go back to our content and the text itself. And if we roll down to our CSS down below here, we'll find a color down below. There it is right there. Sibling fade, there's the color. Let's make it a sort of dark gray. I mean, that works for me. Obviously you put in whatever color you choose and we should be good to go. So let's save our changes. We'll save the page changes. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Okay, and there's our little grid. When we hover over anything, it's going to fade out the others. And the one that we actually did, when I click on it, it's going to open up our CodePen in this new tab for us. We've still got our site open over here. And that's a really nice little feature to have on your site. Once again, thanks go out to Shaw for providing this for CodePen, and obviously I'll put this link below the video for you to use. So there you go guys, there's how to add a linking text grid to your Divi theme website. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.